Welcome to the Busy to Balance podcast. I am your host, Jamie Zweer, and I'm the founder of Oh How Healthy. This podcast is all about how to show you, the overworked, overwhelmed, and occasionally unhealthy woman, how to find health and balance in all different areas of your life. I will share with you digestible, bite-sized bits of info on everything from balancing a healthy plate to keeping a healthy home and everything in between. Now listen, I know that you are busy, and that is why I will keep these episodes short, sweet, and to the point. Now let's dive into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. All right, so in this episode, I want to share with you some things that I do to prevent myself and my husband, Jesse, from getting sick. These are things that, I can control in the house, what we do to prevent getting sick, and then what we do once we do get sick. Because that happens. My husband, Jesse, works around kids and, they tend to bring some germs around, which is totally normal and fine this time of year. But I want to share with you some things that you can do to prevent getting sick. And also once you do get sick, to limit your time being out of commission, because ain't no one got time for that. Am I right? All right. So let's dive right in. And my tip number one, which is an obvious one, is wash your hands, right? You try to get in the habit of washing your hands after you walk in the door from being out of the house. If you already do so, then great, but get your little ones to get in the habit as well. And of course, wash your hands before you eat. Even if you think your hands aren't dirty, we don't want to take any chances. Also, try to avoid touching your face and your mouth to prevent germs from traveling. So that is preventative tip number one. And preventative tip number two is eat the rainbow. I say this in some of my classes that I teach to kids, but eat the rainbow. Eat a variety of produce. Try to eat all the different color fruits you can. Daily, really. And the reason for that is because different color fruits contain different vitamins and minerals. So think of, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple when you're eating red strawberries, cherries, tomatoes, orange, papaya, mango, melon, yellow, bananas, lemons, peppers, green, leafy veggies are always great, kiwis and broccoli, blue, plums, grapes, berries, and purple, raspberries, radishes, and eggplant. So, try to get all of your produce in. If you think that you're lacking in this area, try to get a multivitamin in your diet, because you need your vitamins and your minerals this time of year to stay extra healthy and strong. Tip number three is stay hydrated. Aim to drink about half of your body weight in ounces of water daily. So for example, if you weigh 200 pounds, you want to aim to drink about 100 ounces of water a day. And a little tip that helps me drink enough water is I carry a water bottle around, and sometimes I mark it with the hours in the day. So for example, if I have one water bottle with me, I'll make sure that I mark it with the hours in the day. So if I take it with me and I want to refill it by lunch, I'll mark it with the hours. So towards the top, it will say 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and a mark going all the way down. And once it gets to the bottom, by noon, it'll say refill, and then you have to drink the next amount from, let's say, noon to 5. So that's just a fun little example and tip that I like to do and recommend to others. And so drinking water in general is great for your body, and for, it's just good to stay hydrated in general. But specifically, when it relates to your immune function, is water helps carry oxygen to your blood cells, which results in proper functioning of systems, of all of your organs and the whole system. So yes, it also works in removing toxins from the body. So drinking more of it can help the toxic buildup and having a negative effect on your immune system. So drink water. Adding lemon to your water is a little added bonus that helps with the liver function and gives you a little extra dose of your yellow vitamins. So tip number three, whether you're preventing getting sick or you're already sick, you, my friend, need a lot of sleep. I really can't emphasize this enough. Sleep is when your body is healing and repairing itself. If you skimp on your 7 to 8 hours of sleep, it will most likely catch up with you and it will have you down for the count, at least a couple of days to make up for it. So, I know sleep is sometimes the first thing that goes when we're busy, but it will catch up with you, especially this time of year. So please be sure to really respect your sleep. And if you want, you can go back to episode number 4, which is how to get your 8 hours of sleep, even though you have 1,000,001 things to do. So check back in with that episode. I'm sure you can take away some tips to really help get the sleep that you need, because it is essential. All right, so for tip number 5, I recommend taking and adding apple cider raw vinegar to your diet. I don't know if you've ever heard of raw apple cider vinegar before. It kind of has been a little trendy lately, but raw apple cider vinegar is something you can find at many grocery stores. It's located with the vinegars, and when you get it, you just want to make sure that it's raw apple cider vinegar. Some of them, most of them, I know Bragg's, Braggs, is a popular brand. So raw apple cider vinegar aids in detoxification by breaking up mucus throughout the body and cleansing the lymph nodes to allow for better lymph circulation. So when you're feeling sick and those little lymph nodes by your neck, they're swollen, you have a sore throat, this is something that's going to help and break that up and cleanse those lymph nodes, and it's really great for multiple uses. The Bragg's actually put out a whole book of hundreds of things that this apple cider vinegar does. It can be a little tough going down at first, but you can add it to salad dressings, you can add it to orange juice and just quickly swallow it down. But I find that this helps me a lot once I do get sick, and it just helps me feel better. It helps a little bit of that brain fog go away. It helps a little bit with your energy. And yeah, so I definitely am a fan of raw apple cider vinegar. And that is tip number 5. So for tip number 6, I recommend getting exercise. Exercise is essential. This is great for preventing illness. Get your body moving and sweat out those toxins. And you just feel better. You release endorphins when you're exercising. Plus, exercises changes the antibodies and the white blood cells in your body. And the white blood cells are the body's immune system that helps fight disease. And there's a quote by Chris Carr. She quoted that, and this is a woman who was fighting cancer. And she's the author of The Crazy Sexy Diet, The Crazy Sexy Kitchen. She quoted that when you exercise, your body heals up to 8 times faster, which is crazy. I actually have it printed out and put it somewhere where it's a daily motivation to continue working out. But exercise is amazing. Find an exercise that you enjoy doing. Find, a time of day that you're exercising so it's not a struggle to get to the gym or get in your living room and get moving. If you need to join a workout class, because I know this time of year when it's getting dark out earlier, when it's a little bit chillier, we can lack the motivation to get our workouts in. So schedule some time with a friend, do something at home, do it a time of day that you enjoy, and make it fun. Work out because you want to do something good for your body, not because you are disapproving of your body and you want to change it. But do this, even if you're doing this, if you're someone that gets ill a lot this time of year or in general, just do it so that you can see how it improves your immune system and helps heal your body. Now, when it comes to exercising while you're sick, I would tread carefully. It really depends on what kind of person you are. But really, I recommend, because for myself, I know that I do better when I'm just resting, when I'm not pushing myself, because I could push myself when I'm not feeling well and get to the gym. But I just find that just prolongs how I'm not really feeling good. But whereas my husband, he likes to get to the gym, sweat it out, and he feels a little bit better. So really just tread carefully and be in tune with your body. Just respect your time. Make sure you're getting sleep. If you're waking up early to get to the gym and that's cutting into your sleep time, maybe sleep in for that extra hour instead of getting to the gym, but play it by ear, see how you feel, and do what works best for you. So tip number 7 is game changing. Essential oils have hands down changed my life. Essential oils are what really has prevented me from needing to go to Target, to CVS, to go pick up any over-the-counter medicine anymore, really. And I'm probably going to have to make a whole nother episode just on essential oils and how I use them. But essential oils have not only been extremely helpful in improving my immune system, my oils have supported me in a wide variety of other areas of my life, including my sleep, my mood, my energy, my thyroid healing, everything. And not all essential oils are created equally. You want to make sure when you're choosing an essential oil that it's certified therapeutic grade, that they can be ingested. The essential oils that I use, you can take internally as long as there's a nutrition label on them, and that it's a tested and reputable brand. So I use essential oils topically, like on my skin. I use them internally. Again, make sure that any essential oils that you use, you can be sure that you can use it internally because they're not all treated equally. And then I diffuse them. So I use them in 3 main ways. But this is something that is really my go-to when either my husband or myself are sick. And I find that the essential oils have really diminished the amount of time that I am sick for. So I remember being a kid and being sick for like days and weeks and having stuffy noses and like not being able to breathe. And that's not how it is for me really anymore. And maybe that's just something that I grew out of, but typically, if I'm sick with a cold or something of the sort, I'm not sick for more than a couple days. And I really lend that a lot to essential oils. I mean, these are what we used before we had medicine. And, you know, if they're high quality, then they really, really work well. So if you have any more questions on essential oils and what brand of essential oils that I use or more questions about them in general, reach out to me. You can send me an email at Jamie, JAMIE, @ohowhealthy.com, and I'll be happy to answer that and answer your questions for you. Tip number 8 is something that I've been incorporating in the past year or so, and it goes hand in hand with tip number 2 about really paying attention to your nutrition. But tip number 8 is all about garlic and raw garlic and incorporating it into my daily routine. And I treat it almost as if I'm taking a medicine. So I know, guys, it sounds kind of weird, but garlic really has amazing, powerful, natural antibiotic properties. And when I say I treat the garlic like an antibiotic or like a medicine, is that I try to take it 1 to 3 times a day and take it as if I would be taking an antibiotic. And this really works great if you're doing it preventative wise, but also when you're sick, you can do this and then make sure you're getting those 3 cloves in a day, but don't exceed 3 cloves. And when you use the garlic, you can use it cooking, you can get it into your diet in cooking or using it in a sauce or dressing or something of the sort. But I find that it's most powerful when it's raw and when you chop it up into small little pieces and then let it sit out for 15 minutes to allow the acetylene that's in it to release. So chop it up, let it sit out for 15 minutes, and then just swallow it whole. Swallow it with an orange juice or something after, or a smoothie, and see how you do with it. Some people feel that it's really hot and it burns or it irritates their stomach. So start off with half a clove with even smaller amount than that and then go from there. But I find that raw garlic has been extremely helpful in preventing illness for me. And so that is about it. Those are my 8 main tips to preventing illness this time of year and to, cutting the time down when you are sick and down for the count. And I hope that helps. I hope that you enjoyed these tips. I hope you and your family stay super healthy this season. I hope that these tips were helpful. And I'm here if you have any questions and you need me to elaborate any further. But that is it for me this week, everyone, and I hope you have a great week, and I will be tuning in with all of you next week. This podcast was brought to you by the Simple Balance Eats Cookbook and More, which is a cookbook that yours truly wrote. It is available on Amazon, and currently for the holiday season, there will be Cookbook holiday baskets that are for sale. You can find the cookbook for $20 on Amazon, or you can purchase the basket, which includes the cookbook and is for $40. So it comes pre-packaged, already ready to give someone for a gift, and there's 4 different theme baskets. There's a meal prepper's basket, the chef's basket, the starter kit basket, and the baker's basket. I am obsessed with them. I want them for myself, which is why I put them together for you to have or to give out to someone, so you can learn more about that and see the images of what they look like and what they're composed of and how you can purchase one over on my Instagram. Just search Oh How Healthy, OHHOWHEALTHY. You can send me a quick message, a DM, and I will get back to you and let you know how you can purchase one. As always, thank you so much for tuning in and listening to this episode and this podcast. I love that you are here and give me your time and your attention. It means the world to me. If you like this podcast, please hit subscribe. And if you really wanted to show your love, I would greatly appreciate an honest rating or review over in iTunes. So thanks again for listening, and I will catch you all next week.